Now, good morning, John Augustine, back again about St. Augustine. Reading this, it's the City of God, and the introduction was by this gentleman, long-winded name, Hans Urs von Balthasar. Von. I had uncles, I had relations called Vons. My grandmother was a Von, but not in this business of VON, the German business. Material causes, however, which are acted on instead of acting themselves, are not to be counted among the efficient causes, for they can only do what the wills of spirits do through them. Our wills, therefore, also have just as much power as God willed and foreknew that they would have. Whatever power they have, then, they have most assuredly, and whatever they are going to do, they themselves will do most assuredly, for he is whose foreknowledge cannot fail, foreknew that they would have the power to do it and would do it. That is why, if I wanted to apply the term faith, in inverted commas, to anything at all, I would prefer to say that the faith of the weaker is the will of the stronger, who has him in his power, rather than that the order of causes, which the Stoics called faith, now in the usual sense, not in the usual sense, but in the sense of their own, inverted commas, or in brackets, does away with the choice of our will. For we do many things which, if we did not will to do them, we certainly would not do. And chief among them is winning itself. If we will, it exists. If we do not will, it does not. For we would not will if we did not will to. And even when a person suffers something imposed on him against his will, by the will of others, still it is will that prevails, even if another's rather than his own. The power, however, comes from God. For if there were only the will, or a will unable to do what is willed, that will would be held in check by a still more powerful will. Even in that case, however, the will would still be the will, and it would be the will not of someone else, but of precisely the person doing the willing, even though he was unable to carry out what he willed to do. Thus, what a person suffers against his will ought to be ascribed not to the wills of men or angels or any created spirit, but rather to the will of him who gives the power to those who do the willing. It's kind of hard to follow at times. I'm just going to leave it at that because there's a lot of business there that we have to sort of weigh up. We can't just figure it out straight away. Sure, we can't. No, sorry, we cannot. So we'll finish more tomorrow. It's a bit of hard going, but he's a doctor of the church, and his writings are followed to this day by scholars and people of that caliber. So we're trying to absorb some of it ourselves. And I was looking for the other one, his what's this? His confessions, but they didn't have it. But we'll get it in due course, and then you'll hear about it. Bye now, and I'll do the debts after this, and then that's it.